at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Play action. It's Burrow. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Oh, he fakes a spike, escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Akers. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call it brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up, and he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
They run on 1st down with Jackson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Murray now on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he'll find Hall.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Murray again. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Murray. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
To throw is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Franklin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. extra point attempt to come here. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play.
11. Here we go.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Burrow. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20.
Here we go.
Give him now 1,062 catches in his career, and I'm looking at the list here. That ties him with Andre Johnson.
And I wonder if he ever wrote Andre Johnson's name down and that number and said, that's where I'm trying to go. That's what I'm trying to get to. If so, congratulate yourself. You are there. That means you rank amongst the best that have ever done it.
Throwing on first down is Murray, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10.
From the gun, Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, they'll throw with Murray.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Bears 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Joseph. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On play action, it's Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Burrow on play action. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Chicago. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Big 13.
On the counter, this is Akers.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stevenson. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Akers.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! Christian Kirk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
Forced out to his left.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 29. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, they'll roll him out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again, Murray. Eluding the pressure right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Jackson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Third and goal now, mere inches from Pater.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray
Fine work there on the touchdown run.
And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Going right back to Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first.
Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Now Murray off play action. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
You don't want none. Get them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And got his man complete. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. They'll run on first down. Akers. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll go again here with Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Check him.
Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Franklin. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
11 MT. 11 MT.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it's caught. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this.